Hello. So this is the intro before the intro. So I got laser hair removal on my armpits and my cootie cat. So I want you to go to the comments down below and let me know which one you think hurt more, getting laser hair removal on my armpits or getting it on my cootie cat. Just write armpit or cootie cat. Yes, I really want you to write cootie cat. So pause the video right now and go do that. I'll wait. Alright, so this is enough time to scroll down. Okay, get to the comment section. Armpit. Cootie cat, send a comment, scroll back up, and we're good to go. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Don't mind my hair. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just letting it do what it do. As you can see by the title, this video is going to be on laser hair removal. Now this technically won't be part of my series where you ask questions and I have someone answer them, even though I did have you guys ask questions. It's a long story why this isn't. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you that video later, maybe, but for this video I'll just be letting you what I know, what I've been told by the technicians that I have had the laser hair removal, and just some other things that I've learned, throughout this process, even though I just started it, and my experience on the issue. And because this could end up being quite a long video, let's just get right into it. So not too long ago, Laser Away reached out to me and offered me their laser hair removal service. So yes, it was comped for me in exchange for me coming back and then telling all of you my experience with them. I went to the one here in New York in the Upper West Side, and I feel like if we're just going to jump right into it, the first thing you probably want to know is the cost of laser hair removal. And if you've watched a bunch of videos on it, you probably haven't heard that many actual prices, because I feel like two things kind of depend on your laser hair removal. One being your location. Laser hair removal in New York probably is not going to be around the same price as laser hair removal in Idaho. When it comes to getting procedures done on yourself, if it's in a place that has, a higher population, it's probably going to cost more. Same reason why, rent in New York, in California, probably is not the same rent in Kansas. I don't know. So there is that part. And even in New York, like, there are certain places that you'll go to in New York where it's 2 times as much or 2 times as less than other places here in New York. So location does play a factor in how much it's going to cost you to get laser hair removal. But another factor is that laser hair removal isn't something like getting your breasts done, getting a Brazilian butt lift, getting a nose job, anything like that, where usually, doctors for those type of procedures have set prices. So if you want a Brazilian butt lift, it's going to cost you, $6,000 for this doctor. If you want your nose done, it's going to cost this set price. Those doctors usually have set prices for those because they're typically doing the same things. Although even then, those procedures do just depend on the person. But with laser hair removal, one person can go in and get laser hair removal on their legs, the next person can go in and get laser hair removal on their entire body, and one person can go in and just get laser hair removal on their top lip. So those are 3 just completely different type of hair removals being done there. So you can tell that, your full body is going to cost more than your lip and blah, blah, blah. So that's probably why you don't hear that many people telling you the price, even people who are not, like, they're not getting the service comped for free, because I have watched those videos as well, and they typically don't say how much they paid for it, because it does really just depend on the person, which is why it is usually just best to get a consultation with whatever, laser hair removal place that you're interested in, and see how much they quote you on how much it's going to cost. Which brings me into my next thing, finding a laser hair removal place. I feel like any type of procedure that you're having done on yourself, even if it's something as just a Brazilian wax to a Brazilian butt lift, I feel like those are the type of things that you want to really invest not only your money in, but your research. Like, look up the reviews of the places that you're going, search videos, look at pictures on Instagram. If you want to just be that serious about it, scope the place out before you, make any type of decisions like that. Is it clean? Are they professional? Are they nice? Anything like that. Because you are having people that you don't know do things to your body. They're injecting you with things. They're removing things from you. They're putting products on you that may or may not have touched other people that you don't know. So I feel like these are not the type of things that you want to, oh, you know, like I see like there's this coupon for this one place, so I'm going to just go there because it's a little bit cheaper, or because, you know, I've watched videos where people were just like, you know, I feel like getting lip filler today, or I feel like getting my Brazilian wax today, and they'll just be driving around and see a place that says they offer it and go in and get it done. And it just couldn't be me, because I feel like even with makeup products that I put on my face, I have to research them before I put them on. So if I'm having anyone, you know, like stick me with anything or removing anything, I feel like we need to be here, okay? Like I need to feel like you're a second family member to me or something like that. And not only does that make it, you know, safer for you when you're getting stuff like this done, but it'll also help the process of getting stuff like this done. That was a question that I got. How can you make the experience of getting laser hair removal less awkward? I don't think I mentioned it, but what I got done is my armpits and my Brazilian area. So especially your Brazilian area, people want to know, like, how do I make that less awkward? Because I'm pretty much going in and letting someone I don't know see my coochie, touch all up in my coochie. So, you know, how do I make that less awkward? And I feel like, you know, really researching the place that you're going to is going to help, because you know, with Laser Away, it's a very clean place. The technician that I had do my armpits was extremely friendly. She was very nice. She was very professional. She talked the entire time that I was getting it done. So you kind of lose track of anything that might be going on as far as like pain goes, because you're, you know, deep in conversation with someone else. So her professionalism and her friendliness definitely helped make it less awkward. It definitely helped made it less awkward, because she was just so professional, and she just made it feel like, you know, I was talking to an old friend. But also, you need to keep in mind, at least for Laser Away, the people that are doing your hair removal are, you know, registered nurses. They are people who have been trained for this, and I look at, you know, people who do laser hair removal on your Brazilian, people who do Brazilian waxes, gynecologists. I look at them as people who literally have probably seen 1,000 vaginas in a lifetime. Your vagina is special, sis, okay? I want you to treat it like it is special, but it ain't that special that it's something that anyone hasn't seen before. Like, that's really how you have to look at it. You just have to look at it like this is something that they do every single day. They are not seeing, you know, anything that they have not seen before. And them being registered nurses, I really feel like they have probably seen, they've seen worse. They've seen, you know, more extraordinary things. They've seen, you know, more out of the ordinary things. They've just seen it all, okay? So it's not anything that they haven't seen before, and that's really just how you have to go into it, so that it's not so awkward. Because yeah, you know, it's not like we spend every day showing complete strangers what your cootie cat looks like. So I can understand why I'd be a little nervous, but that's how I went into it, which made it a lot less awkward for me. And now for the big elephant in the room, probably the reason why most of you clicked on this video, especially given what the title is. It was probably the question that I got the most between Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and that is, can dark skin even do laser hair removal? You know, I've watched several videos and I've read the comments, and there's always someone in at least one video of a deeper complexion doing laser hair removal saying, oh, dark skin's not supposed to do laser hair removal. Now, I will say, I did look pretty hard on YouTube, and I haven't seen anyone as dark as I am do a video about them getting laser hair removal. I've certainly seen dark skin do it, you know. Most of you have probably seen Jackie Ina's video on getting laser hair removal. So, you know, I've seen complexions that lie somewhere around there do it, but I haven't seen anyone who is as dark or darker as I am do a video on laser hair removal. So I'm not gonna lie, that made me a little worried. And also the fact that there is this, you know, myth, this idea floating around there that if you have dark skin, you should not do laser hair removal. And some of the reasons that they say you should not do laser hair removal is because the machines will burn you, they will cause hyperpigmentation, they'll cause skin discoloration. So the question I probably got the most is, can dark skin do laser hair removal if they can do laser hair removal, like what type of machine should they be looking for when they're reviewing places before they go get it done. And that's pretty much the main two, is can you do it, and if you can do it, how should you go about finding the right person to do your laser hair removal? And the answer is, can dark skin get laser hair removal? Yes, dark skin can get laser hair removal. I'm dark skinned. I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that I got laser hair removal. There are plenty of people out there who have dark skin who get laser hair removal. And as far as, like what machine should I be looking for, it's really not, you going in and thinking, okay, do you have a machine for dark skin to do laser hair removal? You should be going in seeing, can you calibrate your machine for dark skin? Because it's not like, oh, there's a special machine out there that is solely for dark skin, and that's what you need to go for, and that's what you need to do if you want to get laser hair removal and you are someone who has dark skin. You should be looking for companies that have more modern machines. And that's probably where that idea comes from. People who are dark skinned who got laser hair removal years ago, before technology had advanced, that got laser hair removal, and they got some of the things that I told you could happen to dark skin. But times have changed. Companies are usually always trying to, be up to date with their technology. So really, you want to find a place that can calibrate their machines for your dark skin. At Laser Away, they can calibrate their machines for, fair skin, for medium skin, for dark skin. You want to find someone who can calibrate their machine for your skin tone. And that's what's going to be able to do the laser hair on your body. Because really, the coarser your hair is, the better laser hair removal is going to work for you. Because technically, when you're thinking about it, what laser hair removal is the laser is hitting the hair follicles in your body and damaging them, in a sense that over time, especially since with laser hair removal, you have to repeatedly go back and get it done. It's not like a one shot and you're good. You never have to shave again. With laser hair removal, you usually have to do somewhere around 8 to 10 sessions, and the laser is going to hit your hair follicles, damage it, and the more you do that, it's going to damage those hair follicles to the point where it's going to reduce the amount of growth that your hair has. So, it's been a week and a day since I have gotten my laser hair removal, and she said it's going to be another week until I notice that the hair is growing back, but it's just falling off. So they say each time that you go to get your laser hair removed, your hair growth is going to reduce by 10%. So this was my first time, and by the halfway point of my halfway point, like my fourth or fifth time, my hair production should be reduced by 50%. So that's how laser hair is going to work. So the coarser your hair is, the better the machine is going to pick up on your hair, and that is why you cannot wax or use any type of creams on your hair before you go get the procedure done. But I will get into pre-care before you get your laser hair removal, but I'll just say it now. I probably have not taken a razor to my bikini area since I was a freshman in college. I have been using either Nair or wax, especially on my armpits. I have not shaved my armpits and I don't know how long. I just use Nair. But for something like this, you can't use wax or Nair or any other type of shaving creams out there, because those are going to completely just remove the hair from your skin, and you want something in the hair follicles for the laser to catch onto, which is why you can't do that. So trust me, if there was a way of getting around having to use a razor on my bikini area, I most certainly would have done it, but there was not. So I'll just jump into pre-care before you go get your treatment done. Again, you cannot use wax or shaving creams for, I believe, 6 weeks prior to you getting your laser hair removal done. You cannot have sun exposure for 10 days prior to your appointment. You can't do anything like, tanning, so self-tanning or anything like that. Pretty much you want to go in with your skin as natural as possible and just like at its best. So, you know, no cuts. You can't be breastfeeding. You can't be, you know, planning to have children or anything like that. You know, like pregnant or thinking, you know, like in a month from now, I'm going to want to have a child, because this is something that happens over time. So you have to think about that before getting it done. And then once you go in, you can't have deodorant on if you're getting your underarms done. You can't have makeup on your face. I went in with no deodorant on because I watched enough videos to know that they were going to make me remove it anyway, but they'll have you wipe that area down and really just, you know, clean any area that they are going to go over with the laser. Now for the actual procedure, so you walk into the room and it very much so looks like you were visiting your family doctor. It looks like a medical room. There's the cot that you're going to lay on. There's the counter with all of their products and their cleansing utensils and all that stuff. And then there is the laser. The laser that Laser Away uses has a some shooting type of effects around it that shoots out cold air while they are doing it. I don't really feel like the cold air did much in helping it not hurt. I mean, to an extent, you know, to an extent, it probably did help, but I don't feel like it helped enough for me to be like, yeah, shout out to y'all for having that cool air flowing there. Which leads me to what if not the dark skin being able to use the laser being your biggest question, the second biggest question, which is what's the pain like there, sis? Okay, you know, I don't have the highest pain level, but I am the person who had a window slammed shut on her finger, and 20 minutes later she was filming a video. So I'd like to think that, you know, I ain't no punk, okay? And you've probably watched quite a few videos here on YouTube where they say that the feeling of laser hair removal is like a rubber band just snapping you at your skin, you know, something like this. You've probably seen that in videos before. To everyone who said in their videos that the feeling of laser hair removal is like a rubber band just snapping at you, I just want to snap you in your face. That's what it feels like, sis. It feels like a rubber band snapping you in your skin. It doesn't. If I had to describe what laser hair removal, at least on my armpits, felt like, laser hair removal feels like a mosquito bite, okay? But not just a mosquito bite. It feels like a hot mosquito bite. So imagine whatever it is that mosquitoes use to bite you. Imagine that was dipped in some hot lava before they bit you, and imagine that it's repeated bites, okay? So laser hair removal feels like repeated hot mosquito bites. That's what it feels like, especially in the center of your armpits or anywhere the laser goes over that you didn't do that well of a job shaving with. Now, because sometimes for some people, you know, visually seeing it is better than just, you know, orally hearing someone say it, let me just go ahead and insert the footage of me getting my armpits laser hair removal. I have like the entire process of that.
That really helps to kind of alleviate the discomfort. Okay. Okay. Usually people rate it around a 3 to 4 out of 10. Okay. If it's anything more than that, though, let me know. We want to make sure that we're on right settings and double check everything and kind of reevaluate the skin. Okay. So definitely communicate that with me, okay? Ready? All right. Get your goggles. Here we go. That's the video on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, you're doing something?
Yes. How's the pain?
That was like a 4.
A 4? Okay. It's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable as we go down. Go ahead and relax your arm like that. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Good, you're doing great. We're about halfway done.
My bad, that one hurts.
Doing great, we're almost done. A little bit more, okay? How you doing? Good. Okay, a couple more. Got a little bit down You're great. Okay, ready? Same thing. Here we go. And how's the pain on the scale of 1 to 10?
So far, so good. We're at like a 2.
Good. Have you noticed changes?
We're quickly getting to a 5.
We're about halfway done, okay? Breathe. Good. Alright, almost there. You got this. Alright, a little bit more. Awesome. And done. Good.
So that was laser hair removal on my armpits. Now, it did go by pretty quickly, but as you can see, painless, it is not. Rubber band snap, it is not. Okay, now earlier in the video, I did say to go down in the comments and say which one did you think hurt more, my armpits or my Brazilian area, and now I'm going to answer that question. Out of the two, the one that hurt more is my armpits. Shocking for a couple of reasons. One, because even the technician said that my Brazilian would hurt more than my armpits, and 2, because they weren't done the same way, so I think that is why one hurts more than the other. Let me point out, I did not get my armpits and my Brazilian done on the same day, which goes back to really making sure that you get a really clean shave when you're getting laser hair removal, because I went the first day to get both of them done at the same time, make life easier, but I couldn't do that because, again, I haven't used a razor down there since 2012, I believe. So your girl didn't do that well of a job, you know, getting all the hair down there. There was still a little bit of stubble, and going back to the whole dark skin and laser things, I was told that if I had gone through with the Brazilian on the first day and the laser went over the areas that still had, you know, a significant amount of hair left, that's when the burning would have occurred. You know, people say, you know, like, oh, it's going to burn your skin, it's going to discolor, it's going to do blah, 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 blah. If I had let them, or if they had made the decision, because it was their decision, you know, they were like, okay, we're not going to do that today just because you need to shave a little bit better. If they had made the decision to go ahead and do the laser hair removal anyway over the areas that had a significant amount of hair, that's when it could have burned my skin. And I don't mean burn as in, that's hot. I mean like actual, like burn your skin. And not only would it burn your skin, but it would have been ineffective anyway, because it wouldn't have made it to the point where it reached your hair follicles to do what it is that laser hair is supposed to do anyway. So really just make sure you get a clean, even shave when you are going in for something like this. But I couldn't do them both on the same day, so I had to go back for another session. And when I went back, you know, I was nervous because I was told that, you know, it hurts more than your armpits. So I laid down, you know, I was getting ready to have it done, and she was like, oh, okay, well, you know, the machine already has this air shooting thing. And I'm thinking, all right, sis, but like I already had this done and the shooting air didn't really help, so miss me with that. And she was like, okay, well, I can put ice on it. And I was like, ice? What is that? Like, I have seen some videos where people, like, they put numbing cream and stuff like that on your areas before they do laser hair removal, but I hadn't heard anyone say that they put ice on your body. So when she was like, you know, we do ice, I was intrigued. She had my attention. But she said, let's try it without the ice, and then we'll try it with the ice. Ladies and gentlemen, she went boom, boom, boom with that laser on my Brazilian area. Miss, hold up. Wait a minute. Whose Il Nana is about to go through that? Whose? Because it ain't mine. It's not. What I wanted to do is say, you can take these glasses, okay, and this towel, but I didn't even have to say anything because all I did was that little, you know, jerking motion, and she immediately put the ice down on my private area, and after that it was smooth sailing. I wouldn't say, you know, you won't feel anything after that, but it certainly did not feel like those first 3 zaps, and it certainly did not feel like the armpits experience that I had there. I wouldn't even say it felt like rubber band snapping you. If anything, like it felt like especially for someone like me who has nails like this, it probably felt like me doing this to my private area for the, 10-15 minutes that it took her to do that. Now, when you're getting your Brazilian done, at least a laser away, it's everything, okay? Like, it's that top area, it's them sides, it's that little, in between, all up in there. It's your anus. I'm mad that I've given the vagina like 18,000 different names in this video, but I had no problem saying anus. It's all of that, okay? So expect to be in a couple different positions there while you're getting this done. And after that, she wrapped it up, told me some aftercare things, and that was it for my Brazilian area. I was pretty much told the same things on how to care for my underarms and my Brazilian area after laser hair removal. No sun exposure for, I believe, 3 days after getting it done. No harsh or hotness down there. So, saunas, jacuzzis, hot showers, which is hard for me because my showers are at like 180 degrees. But that's for the first 3 days. No going hard on those areas, especially like your Brazilian area. So no tight pants. No, like working out or anything like that. Anything that's going to cause like, harsh friction on those areas that you got laser hair removal, you want to avoid that. What else? Now for the side effects, because anything that you have done to yourself can usually have side effects, and if I am currently experiencing any of them, side effects include itching, swelling, redness, microcrusting, what else? Bumps as well. For both my armpits and my Brazilian area, there was itching. The Brazilian I just had done yesterday, so it hasn't even been like a full day that I've had my Brazilian area done, and there was most certainly itching. For my armpits, it was tolerable. It went away after about, I want to say, a day and a half, maybe 2 days. And for the itching on my Brazilian, it kicked in around like 11 p.m. So it was 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, and do you know what it's like when you want to itch a cooch but you can't? Okay, it's quite irritating. So hopefully that, like the armpits, goes away in about a day or two. Also with my Brazilian area, I did notice some bumps there, but their aftercare directions that they gave me did say that was not only normal, but it shows an effective session of laser hair removal. So if you notice some of that, it is normal, and it also can show that it was effective when you got the laser hair removal done before. As far as microcrusting, that is more so minor burns, and I want to say minor burns because, again, like if you feel like, oh my god, my skin's been burned, like you're very you're probably more likely to get worried, think like, oh my god, something went wrong, blah, blah, blah. But it does say that is a normal reaction for something like that to happen. And with itching, with swelling, with redness, all of that, really their directions just say to not, try to irritate those by touching them, putting things on them, blah, 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 blah. But stuff like ice, I think aloe and stuff like that will help you with any of those things that you see going on there. Now, that's not the same as signs of infection like pus, blisters, or anything like that. So if you notice anything like that, contact not only the place that you get your laser hair removal done, but also, you might want to contact like a medical physician or something like that. And as far as caring in between laser hair removal treatments and just throughout your entire journey, I don't believe I mentioned it, but you are supposed to shave 12 hours before you go in for your appointment. And you can shave as many times as you want to in between your appointments. Just keep in mind that if you do follow the whole, 6 weeks for every appointment that you have, then that'll probably be easier. But some people do lose track with keeping up with their treatment sessions. So just remember, don't schedule laser hair removal if you've used wax or shaving creams within 6 weeks of your appointment. And that is really all that I have for you guys. I don't think that there's anything that I wanted to cover that I haven't. Wait a minute, I'm sitting here like, is there anything else I need to tell you guys when I wanted to show you guys my armpits? Now keep in mind, they are not the prettiest right now, okay, but I want to be as transparent as possible, so I'm going to show you what my armpit looks like a week and a day after my first session. So that is what my armpit is looking like. I am growing hair back. I want to say my hair started growing back about, you see that, about 3 days ago. So I went a good like 4 days before my hair started growing back. Like she said, it's going to take a good 2 weeks, so I really won't see anything until next Tuesday as far as no hair growing back and just like falling off or just growing back even less. I've seen a lot of people say that laser hair removal helps with like dark areas like this, like it lightened up their armpits or it lightened up their bikini area. So once this is all done, of course I will do a video showing you guys, like, you know, well, at least here, okay, this ain't that type of party, okay, showing you if that is true, if it happened to me, anything like that. And yeah, I think now I'm done with this video. Again, I'm sorry that some of your specific questions couldn't be answered. You know, I'm still shooting for that, hoping that that can happen. If it can't, I'm sorry. I hope this video was helpful, you know, seeing it and hearing some of the things that I have found out and passed along to all of you. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.